Hi, for this video I wanted to show you how to use a projected curve to create some really complicated curve structures such as a computer mouse. I'm going to start off by first of all just creating a new document in OnShape. So I'm going to call this mouse, okay, and then OK. And normally with OnShape, when you're creating curves, we use lofts to try and create the curve, but this can be quite difficult if you have a very complicated shape. I'm going to start off by doing a new sketch on the front work plane and make sure I'm looking directly at that. Okay. I'm going to first of all just build some construction lines for this. So take my line drawing tool and my construction line tool together and draw a vertical line going up just a short distance. That's fine for me. Okay. Press escape to come off it. We'll do a second line over here. So, and then we can set a distance between those two lines, which will be the length of our mouse. So I'm just going to use my dimension tool to set that. So my mouse is going to be 150 millimeters long. Yours could be shorter, yours could be longer. Okay. The height of this one here, I'm going to leave that for the moment because we can adjust that later on. I'm now going to take a spline tool here and just randomly start to draw the shape of my mouse curve, like so. Okay, and then press escape at the end. So I should end up with a drawing that looks something like that. So this is the top profile of my mouse there. Okay, right, green tick that. I'm now going to have a look at doing a sketch on the top plane. So click on that and choose a new sketch. So we're on the top plane here. And then make sure we're actually looking at the top plane. Now, because I've done the other points first, I can see the beginning and ending of my mouse here, which are really good guides for me to actually work with. So this time, I'm going to take, again, a construction line. I'm going to take it from this point and draw a line going backwards. Okay, so press escape. And then another one coming from here going this way. So again, line and construction line. There. Not too bothered about the length because they're just construction lines. So now I've got some plotting done on the top work plane here. Now I'm going to actually plot the curve of my mouse. Okay, so I'm going to take spline tool and I'm going to just imagine the curvature that I would like the top view of my mouse to look like. Okay, I'm trying to get it to join onto the construction lines that I've already drawn there. And if I wanted to, I can go back into it and I can edit some of this. I can pull this in a little bit if I wanted to. I can take in this point here, etc. until I get it to roughly the shape I want it. Green tick it. Now, this gives me two profiles. I've got an edge profile and a base profile to work with. And now what I want is a curve that goes to the middle of this that can form my shape going through here. Okay. So, to do this I'm going to go to my projected curve tool, projected curve, and I'm going to select the first sketch, which is the one that I've done on the front work plane, and then my second sketch, which is the base one here. And that should give me a line to work with. See that the new line has now been created through here, and this is a projected curve that uses this sketch and the sketch on the bottom to create this new line here. Now the advantage of this is that you get quite a complicated curve. That's a combination of the two perpendicular curves that are used to create it. So if we green tick that now, there, we can actually see these views again. If we just switch the view back on, so I now have three curves there, this one in mid-air. I can now use my loft tool to join between the first line here, if I use the surface tool, so this line and this line, and I'll get a curve that way, yeah. And then I can do a second loft. If I go from this line, again do a surface, from this line to this top edge here. And I get a new shape there. I can decide to do them as new ones, or I can do them as add to the existing one. There. Okay. And then green tick that. So I now have quite a complicated shape created there. Yeah? And if I wanted to, I could then mirror this. So I'm going to take my mirror tool, which is this one here. Yeah. Select the parts, the entities to mirror. So in this case, it's going to be this part here and this part here. So, and then the mirror plane is the front work plane here, and that'll create a copy of that on the other side that's mirrored for me. So now I have a complete shape there to work with. Okay, and then this can be rounded and thickened and adjusted accordingly. Okay, so it's a complicated curve or a projected curve that we've been able to create there. Hope that works for you.